Hey guys, it's Eric Conover from Nerdy Geek Talk, source for all your nerdy geeky needs, here with episode 22 of Steel City Bots. Joining me tonight are my fellow co-hosts. Jared, how are you doing?
Doing good, doing real good.
Soundjack,
Hello there, I am fine.
good. And Miguel, how are you?
Doing really well. Ready to talk some bots.
Tanner will hopefully show up at some point. He's having technical difficulties, but he said that he will jump on the show and make a statement. So we'll see about that. And then Gaia, unfortunately, could not join us tonight because it is her grandfather's birthday. So happy birthday, Gaia's grandpa. I don't remember his name, but that's what he is.
It's in the chat. It's
All
in
right.
our
Looking it up now.
group
You
text.
search if you could search for it.
It's Bill something. I remember that.
Happy birthday, Bill. I'm sorry that your Gaia's grandfather. That sounded terrible. That was a joke. That was all
Yeah.
right.
Good lord.
Anyways, moving along, because this is going so well already. Okay, I'm not even gonna. So, today is February 5th, 2018, as of the day we are recording this. On February 8th of 2014, More Than Meets the Eye, number 26, was released by IDW Publishing. That is Dark Cybertron Chapter 8, which actually is one of the few IDW arcs that I read and was really into due to the Generations figures coming with the comics. And so that story arc is actually a pretty big deal to me in particular because that was just around the time where I was starting to get really serious into collecting. So that's actually just a neat one for me. What about you guys? Do you remember that?
When you were reading it off, I thought it was issue number 10, and I remember that as the issue from Dark Cybertron that I really liked, but it's not issue 10.
Oh. Is issue
Because
10 where the big twist happens, or?
No, issue 10 was just like them all being like, "Oh, hey, we got to take a break," and then it feels like James Roberts just goes to town writing all of his characters and the other characters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like straight up. It was just straight up a regular More Than Meets the Eye issue, just in the middle of all of this.
Miguel, do you remember this?
I don't remember this issue at all. Like, I'm reading the wiki article just to like refresh my brain, and I'm like, I don't. Even reading this, I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
What are the events that happen in this specific issue?
I mean, like, starts off with Megatron being carried by Bumblebee back to Iacon.
Oh, he got ripped in half, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
By
because there's
Galvatron.
that. Yeah,
Or is that later? Or no, I think that's then.
if Bumblebee's carrying Megatron, he
He's ripped
probably
in
got
half.
ripped in
Yeah,
half.
he's ripped in half.
Yeah, because in issue 10, there's the whole scene with Ratchet repairing Megatron.
Yep, that's right. I remember that. So, yes, this is after Galvatron tore Megatron to pieces. Poor old Megatron. But this is before Megatron was an Autobot. Which, yes, if you are not into IDW comics, that is a thing that happened. Megatron became an Autobot, and it's actually not bad. So,
Nope.
yes, that's very interesting. Another thing that happened before on February 5th, in case you wanted another one, is in 2009, the teaser video for Revenge of the Fallen, the game, was revealed on IGN.com. Believe it or not, I actually remember playing that game, and that is
Same.
not one of the really good ones. The
No.
really good one is Dark of the Moon. If you're going by movie
Agreed.
video games, that is a really good one because it's a good game, but it also actually fills in the plot holes of Dark of the Moon. It's a prequel. It's not trying to tell the story but telling it wrong. It's actually a prequel that fills in a lot of the gaps, which is really nice. So, actually, yeah, so even though the history lesson is about Revenge of the Fallen, I recommend you go look at the Dark of the Moon game because that's actually a good game. Not that the Revenge of the Fallen is a bad game, but story-wise, it's actually really, really good. So, there's that. Moving along into what did everyone get this week? Try to move through this quickly. Jared, what did you get this week?
I got Power of the Prime's leader, Rodimus Prime. And he's a pretty nice figure. Definitely not perfect by any means. Optimus is way, way, way better in my opinion. But in my opinion, Rodimus isn't bad, but he's not good. Pretty much.
Which do you think is better, Hot Rod or Orion Pax?
Orion Pax, definitely.
Really, even counting alt mode?
Not counting alt mode. Robot in general. If we're just counting robot mode, Orion Pax. If we're counting vehicle mode, then Hot Rod all day.
Okay, cool. And do you keep him in Hot Rod mode, or vehicle mode, or Rodimus mode as of right now? I'm just curious, since you don't think he's the best. What do you think is the mode that you like him best in?
I like him best in just Rodimus mode, displayed next to Optimus in his full robot mode.
Gotcha. I really hope that I get my hands on Rodimus Unicronus soon, because that's actually been hitting U.S. retail, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna wait for Leader Rodimus to go on sale, since everyone's reactions to him seems to be because I want one to display as Rodimus Prime, but for a toy-wise, like something to play around with, I really want the Rodimus Unicronus. So I'll buy that one at full price, and then wait for Rodimus, whether he just drops down because he's Wave 1, or he's getting reissued in Wave 3. So either way, I'm sure I'll be able to get a Rodimus on discount. So that's the important thing. This week, I got nothing, sadly, except a shaven head. But yeah, yeah, I actually shaved my head. That's not a joke. But I did actually just order something, which typically I don't mention that. But this one will be a nice surprise. It is orange. It is a certain character that we all adore, whether we know it or not. It's a new mold, too. So that's right. Hopefully, actually, it probably won't be here by next show, but after Toyfair, it should be here. But yeah, so you can look forward to that. You can guess what that is. There's pretty much only two options as to what that is, because it's a... Anyways, it's a new mold of a beloved character. It's one that I don't... Well, I say new mold. New mold to me. It's one I don't have. Anyways, on to things that people actually have in their hands. Miguel, what did you get this week?
Got a few things. First up, I got the United version of Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar. Found one for a pretty good price, and I didn't have this version of the mold at this point, so I was like, this color scheme, so I figured I'll pick it up. Pretty nice, metallic paint and all. This mold's one that I really forget that I really enjoy it until I start picking it up, and it makes sense that I enjoy it since I have this mold 4 times now.
I can't hear you guys, but I'm back if you can hear me.
Wait, can Tanner actually not hear us? That's actually kind of funny. We can hear Tanner.
Yeah, we can hear Tanner.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Miguel, continue. That's funny.
All right. Another thing I got, a few weeks ago, I was shopping on TF Source trying to find something that I didn't have yet, potentially on sale to add to my stack, since I'm about at the point where I'd get free shipping on my order at TF Source. And I saw that they had the Fans Project G3 trailer, the trailer for Classics Optimus Prime in stock. I then waited 2 weeks. They had sold out of it. So then I frantically looked online and saw that Fans Project themselves still sell it. And within a week, it showed up in my house, and they shipped from Hong Kong. So that was really surprising. And this trailer is really nice. Comes with roller and the little repair unit for Optimus.
It comes
and
with a silver and orange Rook?
No.
You got that, though,
Look.
right?
Yeah, I know. I have a wandering roller.
Yeah, if you don't get that reference, it's actually... Roller was actually a friend of Optimus Prime's in IDW, and they actually turned him into a toy for Takara for Unite Warriors Galvatron, which, as he said, he does have. I'm very jealous of. But anyways, continue.
So yeah, the trailer comes with a bunch of features, like the little repair unit, depending if you flip out the guns that it has for its turret mode or its arms for repair mode, it'll automorph to different positions. It has a little cubby hole for roller to slot in, and if you pull the trailer hitch, it launches it out. And then it has these panels that you flip out, and it creates this sort of stealth mirror box mode to emulate how Prime's trailer would just disappear in the G1 cartoon. Unbeknownst to me,
wait, I think the G3 Fans Project trailer from way back did that.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, did you get that?
Yeah, there's pictures in the chat.
I couldn't. I couldn't
Yeah,
see
he
any.
couldn't
I
hear us.
just
In all
got here.
fairness,
By the
for
way,
once, that actually wasn't Tanner's fault.
No, yeah, there's pictures in the chat. So yeah, the mirror box mode. The only thing is, if you don't read the instructions, you'll be surprised that all the mirrors look like garbage, because there's a protective sticker for transit over the mirrors. So don't be alarmed if it looks like someone took a wire brush to the mirrors in the event that you get this trailer. And then the last thing I got, which will, I think, safely transition into someone else's gets this week. I got the Last Night Cogman. Mine came from Japan, so the box is covered in like Japanese stickers, and the instructions are in Japanese. The pictures, though, are actually pretty good. Like, they're not garbage like Hasbro's instruction sheets. And this mold's amazing. I wish that more people could like just go to their Walmarts and grab it.
Yeah, me too, because I was the only one before we started the show, since Tanner was having technical difficulties, who wasn't holding a Cogman up to the camera on their computer.
Well,
I was just a little jealous.
to be fair, I wasn't holding my Cogman up to the camera.
He was talking about his Cogman. They were all bragging.
Eric, what are you talking about? This is a Cogman?
He's holding a Coke.
Hey,
I mean-
Coke? Actually, you mean shameless Michael Bay style product placement.
Except there's no video, so no one could see that until I said that. So I get. Oh, you're wearing a Coke shirt too. Wow, you're not even kidding. He really is trying to plug Coke. It's too bad we don't have video for this.
Are you sponsored by Coke?
Apparently,
By Michael May.
apparently Tanner is, surprisingly.
By
So.
Michael May and the Tote Foundation.
Normally I would kill you for that, but that was actually really funny. Anyways, continue on to Soundjack.
But wait, does Cogman talk?
Ask
'Cause
Soundjack.
there's a line that I'd really like him to say.
I know what I know the line you're talking about. We can't say that on this podcast. That is one of the best lines of the movie.
Oh, please, if she can say her username, I can say this.
Fine. Discretion. There's a word. There's a bad word because it's in a Transformers movie though, so you're fine. Go for
Yeah.
it. You're gonna say it?
I mean, if you want, I can
Go for
move it to the
Re-
quote.
Reenact.
but
Reenact. Oh, never mind. Okay, you'll hear it later. I didn't realize
There's
that's
going
what
to
you
be
picked.
2 quotes this week, guys.
Okay. Yes. So that'll be quote of the week. You'll have a Cogman quote of the week in a little while. Soundjack. As we totally destroyed that transition that Miguel set up. Why don't you
Yes.
talk about what you got this week?
Well, I mean, it's not as short as you would think, since it both talks about Cogman and Coke.
I see what you did there. All right,
So-
continue.
As has been pretty much stated, I didn't get anything the past week, but the week before, since I wasn't on the show last week, I get the right to say this. The week before last, I did get myself a Cogman. I ordered mine off of eBay and got it from a seller from China, and it arrived to me in a bright yellow box with a lot of tape wrapped around it, and I posted it to a Facebook group asking people to guess what's in the box, and everyone was thinking I bought cocaine.
So that's what happens when you buy from shady sellers on eBay. But you did get the toy you wanted, so I mean, it
What?
wasn't.
A coincidence, I also happen to have gotten something yellow.
He had to go to the bathroom, apparently. I'm guessing. As he rolls back.
Is it another?
Oh my god, it's Homer Simpson. Soundjack, continue. Pretend like nothing happened.
So yeah, my Cogman is Hasbro Asia packaging, so it's got English and Mandarin. I want to say it is. I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's got. I'm pretty sure the language on the box is Mandarin Chinese. And interesting on him is that he comes with 2 sets of instructions: the English ones and then the Mandarin ones. And the Mandarin ones are so nice. The instructions are just so nice. It's the same thing. It's just the material they used to make them is so much better feeling.
That's some high quality paper you got there.
It is. It's quite high quality paper.
What else did you get?
I also got movie Hound, The Last Night Hound. While I had to pay a bit extra for Cogman, I got Hound very cheap.
Would you get them off Amazon?
No, I got them while I was working at Target, but they price matched to Amazon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
And then I was able to add my employee discount.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you both work at Target? Whoa.
Yeah. Yes, I've mentioned this, I'm pretty sure. Not on
Yeah.
the podcast, but in our group chat.
Tanner's just slow.
No,
Fair.
I like Target. That's where I got this, actually. And this, believe it or not.
His Coke
okay.
shirt and his Coke product that he's still trying to advertise to no one because we don't have video. But
If we get a sponsorship one day, you will be thanking me.
if I don't know why Coke would sponsor us, but if they did, yes. You know what? Let's make a bet. If Coke ever sponsors us, I'll owe you $10. There you go. It's set in stone. I mean it. I mean it, buddy.
All right. Someone out there write this down, episode 22, timestamp, whatever the timestamp is.
February 5th, 2018. I made the promise at exactly 8:55 p.m. So,
Okay.
that is there.
Yep.
Oh, but what do you think of Hound? Sorry.
Hound's
Yes,
nice.
on a scale of
Um,
1 to Eric's haircut, or lack thereof, what would you give it?
I give him a solid 7.5.
You know,
Alright.
Hound's bald too. This one has a removable helmet, so you can see that
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Main reasons I give it the 7.5 is because the feet are weird because they're just weird feet.
They're,
Yeah.
round.
And he doesn't have his trademark triple-barreled minigun.
But he is more
Sadly.
screen accurate, though.
Yes, he is definitely more screen
He's a lot
accurate.
chubbier of a ballerina.
Yes. And I do appreciate how you can just customize, set his extra weapons up as just an extra backpack. So if you get the Age of Extinction movie toys and you can put him on this Hound, put all of them on this Hound because he's got enough ports to accommodate the special pegs from the Age of Extinction weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get all that set up.
Now,
but-
what do you think is better, the Age of Extinction or this one?
I never owned the Age of Extinction one, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Dude, you need to. It's great. It
It's
comes with
actually an
the
amazing
giant
toy.
mini shot grenade launcher knife cannon of death.
That's the only reason I really wanted that toy was for the weapons.
The
To be
toy
fair.
itself is a really good toy. It's not a super screen accurate Hound.
But
But
he
it's-
is more swole.
But yeah, but it is a good toy. This one is definitely, the new one is definitely a more accurate Hound, but weapons are disappointing in comparison to what's come before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've only pre-ordered this, but I'm just going to bring it up since it's relevant. There is a Doctor Wu kit that is out, that has
I was
recently
about to
been
say
put
something
out.
about that.
And I just ordered it off Big Bad Toy Store the other
Nice.
day, so hopefully that will be in soon. I got a few other things with that, so I'll have other things to say. But it gives Hound. Yeah, the other thing with Hound is like he doesn't have like the cab, the back trailer cover,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and this gives you that, and it turns into the minigun.
Which is definitely a plus. So
I think I would have preferred that with the Hound, like if they were able to do that with this toy instead of giving us the weapons that are just not accurate to anything Hound has in the movie.
mm-hmm.
And it also gives him better feet.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. And so as I can finish up, the last thing I got 2 more baby bisques.
Oh, Christ.
What's the count at?
It is currently 8 because I finally sent the one off to the contest winner.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, are any of those for Zeus or no?
No, none of these at this point.
Okay. Are there still more at
I,
your store or no? I'm just
I
curious.
I mean, I got all of them for my one target, so I'm presuming there's going to be more at some point. And if there are more, Zeus and I have discussed that if I do find more of them, I will send them over to him. He just
I
needs 6.
I still can't believe that you have that many, and also that he wants 6. But I'm like a proud
He's
dad.
trying to
So.
make a combiner out of. He's going to try to kit
Like
bash a
bald
combiner
head.
out of the baby bisques. And I have ideas for mine, and all but 2 will probably end up staying with me.
Neat. Well, Tanner, you didn't get anything, right?
Other than Cogman, no.
You're just saying that to. Okay. Moving on to news. First off, we have news that Wonder Festival 2018, the the Takara Tomy Transformers booth there will have a Black Convoy exclusive, which is a black repaint of the Nemesis Prime. I mean, oh my. What was in my mind? A black repaint as Nemesis Prime from the Evasion Mode Optimus, the Voyager class figure from the Age of Extinction line, which was pretty good and was also an exclusive. I don't know if it was there or somewhere else before. I don't remember what show that was at. It was this and the Voyager Grimlock as a Nemesis Grimlock were both released. I believe that this is just actually leftover stock from that show that they are finally using up. Which I'm fine with because it's gorgeous, but I don't need to buy it because third parties, my angle for these, and Miguel, you have to get this, right? Miguel,
Serum?
Yeah, we can't hear you, Miguel.
Miguel, where are you?
Don't worry, you can be our local prime Soundwave of the group, even though that's like totally should be me because he's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's why you're not him. But Miguel, I could see your lips moving, but you can't talk. That's actually really funny.
I mean, for Tanner being Prime Soundwave, I would also say that Tanner would have to be quiet.
Yeah, he'd have to be quiet and cool, neither of which he is. So there's that.
Random bald guy joke number 47. Burned.
Wait, what? I'm just confused. Wait, was I supposed to understand that?
No.
Soundjack, did you get that?
I mean, I'm laughing more so just at how random it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all.
All right.
If you haven't noticed, everyone, Eric is bald.
I said that already. You weren't here for it.
And I have nothing against bald people. It's just Eric being bald is.
Am I back?
Yes, Miguel's back. Our
thank
stalling
God.
worked.
Just imagine an egg with hair on the bottom.
Shut up.
Should I try to force this back onto topic?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting for Miguel's response, so Miguel. Which,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm already a slave to the teal and the black, so I'm gonna have to get it eventually.
nice. So I was just wondering if you were. So you are.
Oh, no, yeah,
just at some point.
I would be remiss if I didn't pick up every single black Optimus repaint that exists. Except for statues, because those stupid like $1,000 statues. That's where I draw my line.
Oh no, believe me.
That's where you draw your line. Not buying Takara versions of everything. Like all that money. No, that's fine. But
We feel you because there's this lamp that Eric and I really want.
yeah, the Unicron lamp. Do you guys know what we're talking about?
Yeah,
I
Unicron
know
is
of
amazing.
it. Yes.
We
Well,
want
it's
that
the
so
most
bad.
gorgeous thing ever, and it's like $1,200, and it makes us really sad.
Yes, it's very sad. So sad.
Just go halvesies on it and like have one person have it one weekend, have one person have it the other.
You
We'll
just
be
get
like-
shared custody.
Yeah,
People
that's what I
do
was
that
just
with
about to
children
say,
all the
shared
time.
custody. You're right, and children are worth more, right? So exactly. See, you got this worked out. You're right. But anyways, moving on to our next bit of news, we have Evergreen products on the way that are showing packaging like Deluxes and Voyagers, which are interesting because that would mean new Deluxe and Voyager class figures. Um, I just realized that the Deluxe and Voyager style ones are both Bumblebee. So we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get a
Crap.
Deluxe and a Voyager Bumblebee. Oh, they're all purpled out, by the way.
Wait, what?
If you want to see what we're talking about, always there's always a link to the show notes in the description, no matter where you're watching, or I mean listening. So you can definitely find there, and I put links in the show notes. And yeah, it's like pictures of the packaging, but the area where the figure would be, so we don't have any images of the figure, are purpled out, not blacked out, purpled out. And there's both Deluxe and Voyager size, and they're the somewhat G1-ish style Bumblebee that. So I guess Evergreen is. Some people are theorizing that it is the replacement for Robots in Disguise's toy line, because Cyberverse doesn't come out for a while. Also, some people are thinking that maybe Cyberverse is just going to be using the Evergreen designs, but who knows? Also, this could just be a supplementary line, just like Authentics is with the cheap Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, those type things, where they haven't shown up in the States, I believe, but they've shown up in other countries, and they're very cheap, just cheap little toys. This could be one of those things. And for all we know, these are just Deluxe-style packaging and Voyager-style packaging. It could be simple toys inside, too. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're Deluxes and Voyagers. In all honesty, we have no idea what they are.
Yeah.
We'll find out, hopefully, in less than 2 weeks at Toyfair. Which is, if you are not aware, February 17th. The 18th, we will be having, I was going to say this till the end, but I'll just say it now. We will be doing something with Ant from TFU.info, who also has a Transformers podcast. Is it TF University? Or is it Transformers University? I think it's TF University, I think is what it is. Someone should double check that before we get to the end, though. But yeah, definitely check his stuff out. But he will be there at Toy Fair, and so the day after, we're probably going to do a little chat with him, with whoever is available from the show, to talk about everything from Toy Fair, but with the perspective of someone who was actually there. So that should be neat, and I'm really glad he offered to do that. That was really cool of him. So that should be neat. You can look forward to that. But again, is there any other theories on what this line could be that you guys know of that I didn't mention?
I don't have any theories, but I just want to suggest, since you brought up the question of if we're getting a Deluxe and Voyager Bumblebee, that this may just be very early mock-up packaging, and Bumblebee's just the example, and it's not necessarily meaning we're going to get a Voyager Bumblebee.
That is possible.
Since, again, we can't see inside the packaging, so we don't know
what is in there. Yeah, that's
if it's just empty space.
Although again, I'm more interested in terms of what the heck this line is versus.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we did get a Voyager and Deluxe Bumblebee, that would be a little weird. But yeah, I just noticed that now. The main thing I'm interested in is what is this line. So hopefully we'll find out at Toy Fair. It's possible they may hold back and we won't know yet, but hopefully they do tell us there.
Yeah.
I just hope.
Good.
Sorry. I just hope that we get. Toy of that Bumblebee design.
Yeah.
Can you repeat what you just said really quick? Because you totally cut out on my end, just for my sake.
Well, you left my Skype screen for a bit, so I don't know if if anyone was talking, we would have all been lost. But what I was saying was, I hope that if it is in fact a Generations that I hope it is in fact a Generations line, so as we can get a really good toy of that Bumblebee design.
I don't hope it's like the next Generations line, but I do hope it's like Generations style, like as in like Deluxe's Voyagers. I mean, totally different styles are cool, but Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant like you hope this is the follow-up to Power of the
No,
Primes,
no, no,
essentially.
no,
And
no,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, no. I want this along with the regular generations
Yeah.
line, but like these are generations style. I hope these are generations styled, or at least generations like comparable.
articulation, that kind of stuff. I'm fine if the styling is different, but
Yes.
the toys themselves, yeah, I hope they'd be a similar price point and quality. Miguel, I know you were talking about this before the show. Was there anything I left out on what this could possibly be?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything that I was
Okay.
talking about before.
Cool.
Um, this is probably unrelated, but like I'm looking at the packaging right now for the both the Voyager and Deluxe, and is it me or does like the picture of the Bumblebee remind you of that Thrilling 30 Bumblebee that we got a while back with a comic book?
It's a similar design, but it's definitely not the exact same. But
Yeah.
it definitely has similar design cues. I think that's because this is supposed to be somewhat of a G1 mashup.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you mean that one that came with the Phantom Zone projector?
What? Oh,
What?
Yeah.
huh. I never even thought of it that way, but that's what you
Yeah.
could use the weapon as. That's what you could call that weapon.
You know who that's a reference to. I doubt he's watching, but shout out to a reviewer I used to watch all the time. Shout out to Balt Matrix.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the only other bit of news we have, which is not actual news, is I mean, okay, you'll see, but it's not actual news. It's a list of the countdown to Toyfair. This was done by Rob Clay at T-Formers. This is just a little article on their own, as I said, not news, but it's just things that we can expect. And so he compiled the top 5 things that we could see at Toyfair. So just to go through really quick, basically, it's Power of the Primes Wave 2, which right now is the Voyagers, which is Alita 1.
Okay.
Is it
Hunger.
also
It's
Hunger?
Alita 1 and Hunger.
Although Hunger has been officially revealed. So
Yes.
we have seen Hunger, but Alita 1 we have not had an official reveal. She was leaked, but we have not had an official reveal.
Can't wait for Hunger, man. Can't wait for that Abominus to come out.
That Abominus is spread out over 3 waves.
What?
No, wait. Or is it 2 waves? 2
Two.
waves, sorry,
Yeah.
not
2
3. I lied.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
because
I was swear if they pull that crap again, where they give us 4 members in one wave, and then in the second they give us the last one, like what was that?
No,
Combiner
we're gonna get Abominus and Ripper Snapper in wave 2.
Hunger and Ripper
I mean,
Snapper.
I said Hunger and Ripper Snapper in Wave 2, Voyager Deluxe, and then we'll get the rest of the Deluxes, which are Blot, Cutthroat, and Sinner Twin in Wave 3.
You know, this gives me hope that we'll get some more obscure combiners. Like, dude, where is Piranacon and where is Raiden?
People are really hoping for Piranacon. I doubt Raiden, only because that's literally a bunch of the same train. It's like,
But he's so cool!
don't get me wrong, it's cool, but that's not an easy toy to sell. Next up on the list is...
Hey, if robots in disguise can do it, this can.
But that was 3 trains.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still trains, and trains are cool.
But 6 of the same toy, essentially, are hard to market when they're all...
Tight.
So...
Titan Class Raiden 2020.
Yes.
I don't know about
Class
that.
Grand Galvatron.
But next on the list is... it's the Power of the Primes release of the Unite Warriors mold for Blastoff.
Oh, wait, think of that. Oh, if Titan Class Raiden, think of it. If that was motorized, what?
You're crazy.
Dude, it's a model train set that actually moves, and then it's a jet. Oh, that would be so cool.
It's also possible that we might see... This isn't on the
Toyfair,
list.
give me hope.
I believe this isn't on the list, but it's also possible we could see Repugnus, because they're in the same boat, where they're both the Deluxe coming with an extra Prime Master or... I'm totally lost. Prime Master or Titan Master diecast, probably a special edition, and they'll be like sort of like how Grotesque and RC were sold. So, just to keep in mind, if you're listening to this before Toy Fair, it is very, very possible that either Blastoff or Repugnus could go on Hasbro Toy Shop during Toy Fair. So pay attention, because that is exactly what happened with Grotesque during New York Comic-Con,
Grotesque.
where it went up
Wait.
on Hasbro Toy Shop literally as it was being revealed. So
What?
it went up for order literally the second that they, at the presentation, said, hey, there's this thing you could buy. Because they were in the presentation when someone online found it and showed off, like, guys, there's this Grotesque on Hasbro Toy Shop, and it's showing in stock. Like, you can buy it right now. So, yeah, that was a thing. So be careful. Just make sure you're paying attention, because that could very much happen with either Blast Off or Repugnus. Doesn't mean it definitely will, but it is very possible. They've done it with a similar price point thing like this, obviously. So just be aware that that is very much a possibility. So if you, whether you normally pay attention to Toy Fair or not, which I totally recommend you do, because it's literally the Super Bowl of toy collecting for the year. It literally is. But even if you normally don't, you should, for that reason at least, because that might be your only chance to get that toy for a while, because both RC and Grotesque take forever. They took forever to get onto Toys R Us's site, and who knows what it's going to Toys R Us from now on. So just play it safe, pay attention.
Does this mean that a bunch of people are going to trash Philadelphia on when Toy Fair rolls around?
I mean,
No,
technically, it's New
Well,
York
actually,
Toy Fair,
they've
so
already done
Well,
that.
in New York, that would get trashed.
yeah, they're gonna be so happy that they have Toy Fair, that they won Toy Fair, that they're gonna.
That they
Can the Philadelphians
saw
still just trash Philadelphia while Toy Fair's happening, even if the New Yorkers are doing it?
That's totally fine with me. I'm from Pittsburgh. I don't like Philadelphia. So, although Diecast is from Philadelphia, so leave his house alone. But the rest, totally fair game.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. Those of us in Philadelphia will begin a riot. I mean, those of us in Pittsburgh will begin a riot in Pittsburgh over Toy Fair.
No, we love our city.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're not idiots. We wouldn't
listen,
tear
the only
down our
thing that's
city.
going to be starting a riot. We do have a lot of zombies over here, but that's about it.
I don't even
Also,
know
if
what
you
you're
do-
talking about.
If you do
Night
do
of the
that,
Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Monroeville Mall. Come on, they're like the most famous movies made here.
You're crazy. Anyways, Jerry, what were you saying?
if you do ride in Philadelphia, please, if you see the YouTuber MGO, leave him alone. He's an awesome YouTuber.
Oh, he lives in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Huh.
that.
Huh.
Huh, I actually had no idea. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yay, fellow Pennsylvanian. But next thing on the list for number 3 is Power of the Primes Wave 3, which is basically Abominus. But that is basically what the wave is, but we've already had Abominus revealed, except for the combined mode. So we're assuming we'll see Abominus's combined mode at Toy Fair.
Which should
but
be pretty good.
Oh, I am really excited for that. We'll also hopefully see Optimus Primal in color, since I was at the event where they revealed him in grayscale, where they had the mold, but it was all gray. So hopefully we'll see him in his final colors. And also the Titan Masters and Legends. So the Titan Masters, according to leaks, are a Bludgeon Pretender suit with Quintus Prime, a Octopunch suit with Solus Prime, and Bomb Burst suit with a Megatronus Prime inside. And then the Legends are Cindersaur, which is a recolor of Slash, which I forgot that was happening. I'm really excited for that now. And Outback, who is a repaint with hopefully a new head of Brawn.
Yeah, represent Australia.
Can I make 2 comments?
Yes, absolutely.
I think they have a missed opportunity that they didn't put Quintus Prime with Octopunch.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That would be interesting. I'm curious what made them do that. Maybe it was color schemes that they wanted. I don't know. I find that interesting.
Yeah, because they both got the tentacles going on.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So, huh?
Yeah.
What's your other?
And, I remember I had a podcast on my personal YouTube channel, and I just want to point this out because I had thought of this with the other guy that was on there. Before we knew if like Slash was going to be a part of the combiner, the Dinobot Volcanicus combiner, we thought it might be possible because then we assumed that Cindersaur would be the extra piece for the Abominus combiner.
I can see that.
Yeah, and it does come out the same wave, so I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, I
But
guess
they don't combine.
Yeah, they don't
It doesn't
combine, but
combine.
that is an interesting
Listen,
thought.
if you can have Power Glide be a part of the aerial bots,
But he does specifically turn into a gun.
Yeah.
yeah, but he's Power Glide. I mean, what does he have to do?
You can have Cindersaur just run around and look cute for Abominus. He'll distract the enemies for
Yes.
Yeah.
Abominus. And no one will see giant Abominus coming to destroy them.
Oh no, no
Alright.
one. Just he'll slip right through the early warning system. Just
Next up is Studio Series Wave 1, which I am very excited for. This is something that I've been wanting since we even heard of it, and it has just looked better and better to me as more leaks have happened, which hopefully less leaks will happen because I don't like leaks. Just putting that out there. I prefer it whenever we are getting super excited for the event and then the event happens, we get the news versus we get all the news leaked out and then the event happens and it's like, oh, it's that stuff we already saw, just not as good resolution. So just putting that out there. If you're a leaker, you shouldn't do that. For many reasons, but that's one of them.
even
but
worse, if you're a scalper, just go home and
basically, we do not care for scalpers here. But next off, oh wait, I say next off. We didn't even talk about it. Wave 1, which okay, so it's probably likely that we'll see Megatron and Brawl, but I don't know what the others are. We don't know the waves super well for this.
We got the waves of all of them.
Oh yeah, but they didn't have the pictures of the
with
toys.
the Power of the Prime.
That's right.
Stuff.
Does
I just
anyone
don't remember.
remember what the? I know Stinger was in Wave 1, so Stinger and Deluxes.
There
I
were
believe
four. There was 4 of them. That's all I know. I think it was Stinger, Ratchet,
I thought Ratchet was a Voyager.
Crow.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Ironhide's a Voyager. Ratchet's Deluxe.
Crowbar.
Or it's you, Eric.
I know. I thought of that when I saw that. And then leader. Oh wait, yeah. There's another one. I don't remember it. Although the leaders are definitely Grimlock and Blackout.
I am so ready for that Blackout.
Same.
It looks great. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Also, I don't believe there's any legends or anything, although there typically isn't for movie figures. But last but not least, number 1 is the Bumblebee movie series. And that one we're not entirely sure because we haven't seen any photo leaks for that, which hopefully that means we'll still see it and then it'll just be a total surprise. But yeah, that should be interesting if we see that. We don't think that's going to be part of the studio series. We think that's going to be a premiere edition wave, but we're not entirely sure yet. But either way, I'm excited to see some merchandise for the Bumblebee movie. Supposedly, the movie Masterpiece Bumblebee for the Bumblebee movie design was shown off overseas at one of Takkar's events, so that should be neat to see if that gets revealed at Toyfair. We don't know that, but I would kind of guess probably so. But yeah, so going through that whole list, I just want to ask you each, somewhat quickly, although this is pretty much all we have for the show, so you can take a little bit of time. What else do you think we'll see, and what else do you want to see? Because there are things that I think we'll see that weren't on this list. So, who wants to go first? What do you think we'll see, and want to see? Each one will just every person just say both. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right.
Why not? I'm just gonna bring this up as something I think we'll see, because we've been getting it shown up in like the Target computer, the Toys R Us computers, I mean, and no one's like really sure what it's supposed to be, but it's the Energon igniters.
Oh yeah, I hope we find out what those are.
And I have a guess on what those might be. I haven't done any research to back this up. I wanted to, because I was like, does it match up with the price points with the thing I'm thinking about? But the thing I'm guessing they may be is that Nerf has this Nerf Nitro line, which is like these little foam cars that actually roll, and some of them come with launchers, and they have like track setups and whatever. And I'm wondering if that would be like they would have Transformers thing and be like those like Speed Star things they had from a few years ago, where like they're colored like the car, and then underneath is like a robot design.
I
And you
think
just
at
have those.
HasCon they actually had a gun that shot like Hot Wheels type cars out of it.
Yeah, that would be the Nerf Nitro stuff.
Yeah, I think they did have that.
That's out.
Yeah, but
that's
you're thinking like a Transformers version of that?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. That's also not what I was thinking of, so.
I remember with Transformers Energon all the way back in 2004, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, they made a just a Nerf gun. It was literally just a Nerf gun that they painted red and white, stuck an Autobot logo on it, and called it an Energon Blaster.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Nice.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is really from the show, man. Oh yeah. But then again, I mean, why would you want anything from Energon?
You're terrible. Energon
No,
is some
Energon's
people's
terrible.
G1. It's not mine, but
I feel bad
actually-
for those people though.
I haven't watched that show in forever. I mean, in all fairness, G1 isn't a good show either. People are gonna kill me for that.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying it's the best Transformers show, but it really beats Kicker.
All right, Tanner. How about you? Oh wait, no, Soundtrack. You didn't say what you want to see at Toy Fair. What do you want to see at Toy Fair?
What do I?
It can be something. It can be anything that like we've heard of, or even something that we haven't. But just what if you only get to see one thing at Toy Fair? What do you want it to be?
Including the stuff that we've already discussed?
Yeah, sure. As long as it's something we don't have like leak pictures of.
Okay. Let's go crazy. Let's see Nova Star. Let's see the one other figure that for the year, as far as we know.
Wait, what?
In the leaks, there's the one Wave 4 Deluxe figure, Nova Star, which is the Firestar toy. It's just renamed.
I was lost because of the name, and I was thinking of Nova, like from Marvel.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, the Firestar. I just forgot it was renamed.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. That would be
Just give us the
interesting.
just give us the whole rest of the year, since we already know it already. Also, just to see how it compares with Racer, since those are going to be retools.
Yeah. Tanner, what do you think we'll see at Toy Fair? What are you
All right.
expecting? If you have to make one
What
guess
do I
right now.
think we'll see? I think we'll see Abominus combined form.
I hate you, but that wasn't on the list, so yeah.
Now, what do I want to see? Now, there's a lot of things I want to see. All right, let's start here. Okay. Titan class Grand Galvatron Raiden with motorization. Then, after that, a new reissue line of G1 figures, aka Soundwave, Sound Blaster, other Japanese exclusive G1 figures. And then also, I would really like to see a more buyer-friendly version of a giant Unicron lamp. And that is specifically like, okay, take the $1,200 price tag, maybe like 1/6 of that.
That will be the
Titan class
New York
Unicron.
Toy Fair exclusive this year.
Really, then I'm going to New York. I might meet Snake Plissken there. Any of you guys get that?
I know.
Escape New York, 1981,
Wow.
classic film. Oh, you guys gotta see that. That Kurt Russell's in that. Oh man, and you know what Kurt Russell had? He had a really nice head of hair.
I don't like you. Jared, what do you think we're gonna see at Toy Fair?
I honestly do think we're going to be seeing like a Power of the Prime's exclusive blast off figure like being released as
The
Or,
show
like,
goes on.
and the thing that I actually see is I want to see Abominus. I really want to see Abominus along with Studio Series stuff. Those two are like pretty much tied for what I mostly want to see.
Mm-hmm. And Miguel, what do you
Um,
think we'll see and want to see?
I mean, I think everything we've said thus far, as far as like that list and everything, I feel are things that we'll definitely see. Something I would love to see, probably, if there's packaging samples, whatever the cross sells have to like tease what's coming out. So like maybe like a flywheels or something on Legends packaging, or and if not that, maybe some exclusive box sets, kind of like the Titans Return ones, just to kind of get more repaints and stuff out. Like,
Yeah.
I would love if they took the Primal Leader class figure and redid it as Primal Prime.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love for that
Mhm, yeah.
repaint to come out in some form. Just somehow. I don't care what it's in, if it's a box set or something. Although I really loved the Titans Return box sets, so Power of the Primes box sets, I think you just nailed perfect one from Toyfair.
As long as they actually come out in a easier to get fashion than the Titans Return ones did.
Well, the not the Siege on Cybertron, the Chaos on Velocitron eventually made it out.
Yeah,
It's
but the
longer,
Siege was something
Siege is
that
a
was
problem because it's Big Bad Toy Store and they did
Yeah.
not get a big stock. They literally sold out before they sold out in pre-orders. I just got lucky and Jason Kirk didn't want his pre-order anymore, so I got his because he's awesome. Even though
I was
missed
lucky
out.
that I
You
was
know what I think?
at
Speaking
the
of
computer.
Primal, Miguel, you just made
Tanner cut out for a second.
you guys know the Ultra Mammoth figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, have that, but just have a Ultra Magnus get up of Optimus Primal and have it be like a Yeti Prime or something.
I really like that idea.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking Yeti plus Prime.
Like
Yeti
that's
Prime.
almost like an ultra mammoth type thing, where like the beast, the big convoy, where there's the Optimus Prime that turns into a mammoth, but they did ultra mammoth, where it was the blue and white mammoth, and it was Ultra Magnus. But it'd be like that
Yeah.
applied to, man, that would be awesome. I don't think that'll ever happen, but that is a really good idea for an exclusive.
Customizers get on it.
Yeah,
Please.
seriously, make a Yeti Beast Wars Optimus, Primal, the Optimal Optimus.
And I mean, and it would fit perfectly with Tigatron. I know you approve of that, Eric.
Yes, for sure. But moving on to what I think we'll see, I think that we will see Power of the Primes, Voyager class, Toys R Us exclusive, Thundercracker.
There.
You mean Swoller Cracker? We'll fix the name later.
Well, yeah, we'll get on that. It's an upcoming project, but yeah, I think we'll see it then because if it comes out in April, we got to see it sometime soon. Another guess is that wasn't on the list, but I mentioned it was a movie masterpiece, Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee. So second movie masterpiece, Bumblebee, but of a totally different design with turning into the bug. I think that we will get that. I think that we'll see that because I'm pretty sure we'll get one by the end of the year. It's possible they might wait until San Diego Comic-Con, which honestly might be the better place to announce that since the movie comes out later in the year now, and having that at a place with way more people like San Diego Comic-Con might work out nicely, but we'll see. Miguel just suggested two names for Swole Thundercracker, and it was Thunder Beef or Beef Cracker. I think I like Thunder Beef better.
Yeah.
So Swole Scream and Thunder Beef. Okay, I'm liking the sound of this.
Yeah.
And then, as of right now, we aren't getting a Sky Warp, but would that be Swole Warp? I feel like that's too similar to Swole Scream, but
It'd probably be Swole Warp, yeah.
it's true. But hey, it works. As for what
Don't worry,
want,
I've got my naming department on it already.
As for what I want to see, oh, that's tough. We're lined up. Oh, you know what? This should be easy just because no one said it, so I'll take it. Titan class Predicate, which I also think that we'll see.
All right, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, just you can send that over. now.
Titan class Predaking. What would be really cool? Someone on Radio Free Cybertron said this, and I don't remember who, and I feel bad because it was totally their idea, not mine. That they thought it would be really cool. It might have been Diecast. That it would be neat if Predaking was actually revealed, and he was the item that you could buy as it was revealed.
Ooh.
And then, because that would be way earlier in the year for a Titan, that late this year, Unicron comes out. And so we would actually get 2 Titans in 1 year. Very
Yeah,
spaced
you
out,
can just
but
you can just send them both like.
I think it's unlikely, but I
Uh-huh.
would love for that to happen.
That would be so much money that so many people would drop so quickly.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, just think
Including me.
about how much money, how can we get the most amount of money from Transformers fans in one day? Make Power of the Primes Predaking available on online retailers literally the day of New York Toy Fair. Now, is that likely? No. I'm just putting that out there. That is not really likely at all. I feel like we'd have more signs of that, but hey, you can dream, right? So, yeah, that's our little warm up for Toy Fair because that's coming up soon. We will
Can
have
I-
another episode. Oh, wait. Yeah. If you have something else.
I want to change my what I want to see answer
All right. What do
because
you
I
wanna
thought of
see?
something. Confirmation of a new Transformers Collectors Club.
That would be cool. I feel like that's what Grotesque and RC and possibly Blastoff.
It's
and-
Grotesque. Get
I
it
hate you.
right. You look like Thew now.
And I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Repugnus are like they're kind of from the scraps of a collector's club, like they were gonna do
Yeah.
it, but then they kind of decided like, let's just do this. But hey, I would totally take one. So that is
Here's the
definitely a good want.
Yeah, here's the thing I would hope about that is if like they weren't sure about doing it in the first place and saw how well the response was from Grotesque RC and they still had other figures from the scrap thing, that they open it up and say, and since we're not going to get a lot more conventions that they would really release things at, that maybe they'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, let's release a special figure for this collector's club like once every 2 months or something like that.
That would be neat. That's definitely a cool want. So,
Especially since there's also the Repugnus that we've got rumored
Yeah.
about.
and they
And-
could definitely figure out more things. It's not hard to get, somewhat retooled deluxes. So
Yeah.
like they could easily do some more fembots out of the Combiner Wars, Moonracer, Firestar, Limb. Like I'm sure that they could work something out. To,
Yeah, give us Greenlight and Lancer.
yeah, I saw you did a poll on that.
Yes.
But, anyways, moving on from news to pretty pre-orders, which is still somewhat of news. The link I have in here isn't to an actual pre-order, which is what I usually do. It's to a news article, but it's because this figure has a pre-order bonus. That's why I put it under pre-order, pretty pre-orders. It is from DX9, which is Unique Toys. So this is the same company that did Unique Toys Peru Kill, which is their Lockdown, which is a beautiful and amazing figure. This is their
And what are they up to now?
Last Night Hot Rod, which it's possible that this could be a retool or shared engineering from that. We have no idea till we get it in hand. It looks like it's almost all new parts, so it's very possible that maybe it just shares it shares engineering and not any parts, but who knows? Maybe it shares a couple joints. Either way, it looks really, really good, and it comes with 2 guns. Yeah, like it comes with his whatchamacallit, his time
I
gun.
stopped the time.
Yeah, his time stopping gun, and also his machine gun, which I believe is actually the one he uses in World War II. Which, just saying, if a third party wants to make movie masterpiece World War II Bumblebee and Hot Rod, I would really, really like that. Just putting that out there. As I say, and you only have to be accurate to a few frames, so it's not like you have a super, like a whole lot of. No one's gonna tie you down to the design as much because we only have seen so much with it. We're not super familiar with it, so I'm just saying you could do it.
Believe me, there will be some hardcore Michael May fan out there that
doesn't like the
He'll
forearms.
find a way.
Yeah, someone that doesn't like the forearms. I don't
Exactly.
like that. But the
Dang it.
pre-order bonus. The whole point of why it's pretty pre-orders is that you can open the doors and put a human in because the pre-order bonus is a Vivian Wembley figure, which is
Oh, who the hell wants that? We want Anthony Hopkins. you know we all do.
you're not wrong, but she's the one that actually rides in Hot Rod.
Yeah,
so...
but hold up. Is she Hannibal Lecter? No.
Hey, relax. Once they do the Cogman, then we'll get Anthony Hopkins.
Want Anthony Hopkins now. He's a better actor.
So yes, if
He
you
was the only
pre-order
good part. Okay, well, he was for the most part the only good part of that movie.
Oh, and also 2 flame accessories. I wonder what the flame parts are for. But it comes out in the middle of 2018. Now, just so you know, there is more than one company doing a Last Night Hot Rod. There was this
Yes.
one, but there was also one that was already announced. I believe it's TFEVO, which is a new company as far as I'm aware, is doing a
Yeah.
Last Night Hot Rod. And I actually like theirs a bit more. It looks a bit more accurate. This one looks a little chunky in the legs. Not bad. But the other one looks more screen accurate. Now, in all fairness, this company, it's DX9 now, but they already literally are saying that it's Unique Toys that made Peru Kill. They have more than proven themselves. So
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to wait
Jesus.
for reviews to come out of the TFEVO one and see if it's top-notch quality. Because if it is, I'll go for that one. Because I do like the look slightly more. But if the quality's not there, we're well aware of the fact that Unique Toys knows how to make a good movie masterpiece figure and have good quality while doing so. So,
You can ask me on that. I still mess with my Peru kill, and like still every time I transform him, I'm like, whenever I transform him from either robot to Lamborghini or vice versa, whenever I finish a transformation, I'm like, how did this happen? Where'd either where'd the robot go or where'd the car go? Still,
also,
I mean, it's just like nice.
the transformation isn't super complex on that figure either.
Right.
So another factor for the TFEVO is if
No.
it's overly complicated, like insanely complicated, that'll be something else that makes me lose interest in it. But like I said, I think I like theirs slightly more, the aesthetic, mainly because of the legs is the main thing I'm seeing whenever I look at them. But if theirs isn't top-notch quality or it's over-engineered, I will definitely be checking out this one. So I'm also curious what the flame accessories are for. If those go in like exhaust ports for the gun, exhaust ports for the car, or if they go in the guns or what. That's interesting. I did not see that before. But either way, if you want those
There are
pre-order
accessories
bonuses
for the upcoming Anthony Hopkins full-scale action figure.
where he gets the flame accessories, yes, totally. But if you want that Vivian Wembley and flames, then definitely go pre-order this guy right now. And like I said, this toy company has already proven themselves, so you've got that going for you. It's definitely
Actually,
a safe
I changed
order.
my answer. I'm calling it right now. Titan class, Anthony Hopkins.
I don't even like you. Anyways, question of the week is, well, actually, a couple questions of the week. First is, why is Bisque better than Thermidor? Why wasn't Bisque a full combiner? And when do we get G1 Bisque re-released? That is from Paul on Twitter, TF Pause, who is an awesome dude. He's actually the guy who sent me my Thermidor. So to answer the questions in order, why is Bisque better than Thermidor? So, I don't think I've ever outright stated that Bisque is better than Thermidor. Now, a lot of people may feel this way because he is the original, and everyone has the mindset that the original is better. And you know what? If you like it better, then that's fine for you. But the way I see it is Bisque and Thermidor are opposite sides of a balance that needs to be kept. And so you really can't have
So
one without
I
the other.
represent Thermidor and you represent Bisque.
Yeah, everyone likes Bisque and Thermidor's garbage. If you haven't been watching my Deskbot posts, then that might not make sense.
That's a
but
good one.
No, literally. Look at my Deskbot posts. He's terrible, and Bisque is perfect. So it's like a balance. It's a perfect balance. So you need both. But why is Bisque better? A lot of people might say because he's the original. Thermidor is blue, though. That's cool. I also like Bisque's head design just slightly more, but, that's personal preference. Why wasn't Bisque a full combiner? He isn't yet because they're holding out on us. They can't give us everything that we want right away. Otherwise, we have nothing to look forward to. So that's why he's only a 2-member combiner coming out in April, which I'm very excited for. And when do we get G1 Bisque re-released? You know what, Paul? I have no idea, but the answer is definitely not soon enough.
Wait. Well, actually, someone get on this. Custom repaint of what's that one Seacon? Nautilator, I think. Get on that, please. Someone out there.
G1 Bisque will get re-released alongside the Blue Streak.
Yes, I will. Yeah,
I love that toy so much. But yeah. So I'm guessing that's all you guys have for those questions too. Do you have any contributions for those? Or
Yeah,
do you
pretty
think
much.
I've had my
pretty
snappy comment. I'm good.
All right, Tanner. What's our quote of the week? Quotes of the week. Forgive me.
Which one do you want first? The one you know or the one you don't?
The one I know.
All right. So this week's quote number 1 is from Cogman, right as represented right here, and this is from the last night, obviously. But that quote is, "And younger viewers, hold your ears."
It's in a PG-13 movie, so you had your warning. It's from the Transformers.
Yeah. Michael
Chances
May
are
gave
you've
me a
seen it.
warning back in 2007. But anyway. So the quote is the lyrics of the song, but it goes, "Move, bitch, get out of the way. Move, bitch, get out of the way." And that's how he says it in the movie. So you've been warned. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Now, the second quote of the week is from Generation 1 Hound. And the reason why I've chosen this quote is because of what just happened yesterday, actually, the Super Bowl, of course. So, what does the Super Bowl have to do with Transformers? Well, back in the 80s, there was this one episode where they played football, and Hound said this: "I'm going down to Touchdown City."
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Swoop did fly in that episode, and while he played football, so yeah.
And that
Also
was G1 Hound.
Yep. Also, somehow Bumblebee was able to hold back Grimlock for like a second or two.
That shouldn't have happened.
Grimlock was going easy on him.
He's as tall as his knee. How did that happen?
I like how you kind of just made a short joke against yourself. I appreciate that. Also, I would like to put in...
Oh, wait, actually, Jared, you saw me in real life. Okay, tell Eric that I'm not that short.
No comment.
Yes! Oh, but I have a third quote of the
Not
week.
saying you are, not saying you're not.
This third quote of the week is actually from myself, and it's "Thank God the Patriots lost." Anyways, continuing on. This week's mascot is Blue Bisque. And no, that's not Thermidor, because I said it always has to be a Bisque. So it's a Blue Bisque, not a Thermidor. Don't get them confused. I know it's easy.
Isn't that Shattered Glass Bisque? Didn't we decide that?
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. That it's Shattered Glass Bisque is, a Blue Bisque, and that Shattered Glass Thermidor is an orange Thermidor. Yeah, I forgot about that. So basically, Shattered Glass. Oh, I'm just saying Blue Bisque because maybe it's a good Blue Bisque in the regular timeline. Who knows? I'm making this up as I go. So, also make sure to check out. We will have a normal episode next week, and then Toyfair is the weekend after. So, I'm not sure whether we'll be doing a video that weekend or. Okay, so chances are, right now, the plan is, this could possibly change. We'll let you know for sure next week, which is an entire week before Toy Fair. But as of right now, Radio Free Cybertron will be doing their live streams. So it's possible I may be on one or both of those. I don't know yet. Chances are I'll be on at least one. So you can check those out for live coverage of Toy Fair. Whereas Sunday, we will be recording something in the afternoon, like our group at Steel City Bots, with TFU, with Anthony from TFU, to discuss, everything that happened there with the perspective of someone who was actually at the show, because he offered, and that was very nice of him. So that should be going up probably Sunday evening, night. And then we'll probably have a regular show on Monday. We may do a quick recap of everything from Toy Fair. We may just leave that all for the Sunday video. Not sure either way, but it should be back to a normal episode format after Toy Fair weekend. Either way, we will have an episode on Monday. Whether or not that has to do with Toy Fair or separate, you'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Otherwise, just make sure to go out and check out our other podcasts on Nerdy Geek Talk. The place you can subscribe to us on any podcast listening place. And, follow us at Nerdy Geek Talk on Twitter. Also at Steel City Bots. But if you're following at Steel City Bots, go and make sure you're following at Nerdy Geek Talk, because there's a lot of people that are following Steel City Bots that aren't following Nerdy Geek Talk. And Nerdy Geek Talk has everything. So you should go do that. Other than that, where can you find each of us individually? You can find me at Eric Crowbar on Twitter. And you can find me
As
at
always,
Aramis
you can
Prime.
find me at Optimus Prime on Twitter.
I wasn't done, but you can find me at Aramis Prime on Instagram. Jared, where can we find you, since Tanner already went?
You can find me on Twitter at Jared Proco. That's where I'm at all the time. You can also find me on the new podcast on the Nerdy Geek Talk channel, The Line, that just had its first episode come up last week. And yeah.
Yes, I totally forgot to plug that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Misaligned is the one that came out on Wednesday? Yes.
Yes.
Wednesday night is when that goes up, and there will be a new episode this week. But we also premiered another show last week, which was TF Primecast, and that was our Transformers Prime breakdown of, not the character breakdown, but our breakdown of the first 3 episodes of Transformers Prime Darkness Rising, which was a good time. And we
Cliff,
will be,
no!
we will be having the other 2 parts, 4 and 5, of whatchamacallit.
The Darkness Rising?
Yes, the opening. So we will have that, and that will be good. So you should definitely go watch that.
Wait, Eric, do you want to give the social media for that mythical bottle of laundry detergent above you?
Oh, for Tide. It's actually a Tide ad, guys.
I'm so confused. What joke am I not getting? Oh man. Everyone just cut out on my end. Oh wait, what? So just really quick, we're looking at pre-orders for Power of the Primes Wave 2 just went up, and they're all saying April.
That sounds right.
Breaking news. That sucks. I don't want to wait till April.
Don't worry, it takes time to get Anthony Hopkins correct. Just let them do their thing.
It's not Wave 2, anyways.
Yeah, that's all of Wave 2. That's caught me off guard with this.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Everything Wave 2, just the cases, though, it seems.
Yeah, but either way, so if you want to go pre-order Power of the Primes Wave 2 figures, now's your chance. Go ahead and do that. Especially because it is a 5 deluxe wave. But, which by the way, the deluxes that are short packed in that are Moonracer and Darkwing. There are 2 Ripper Snapper, 2 Sludge, and 2 Snarl, but there's only 1 Darkwing and 1 Moonracer per case, FYI. But, anyways, Soundjack, since you're the one who discovered that, why don't you go next for social media?
All right. I have a bunch of social media, but the main ones that I use are Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Soundjack426. Instagram, I post a bunch of photos from my reviews and a couple extra photos. Twitter, I share updates to all of my other social media, and that's probably where you're best to get in touch with me. And my personal YouTube channel is currently predominantly reviews and podcast and a Soundjack Rambles podcast, which features a bunch of different nerd stuff. And this week, Eric was actually on it. And we were talking about the Titans Return cartoon that will be up this Wednesday, actually the day after this goes live. So check out my YouTube channel, all of it at Soundjack426.
Alrighty, and Miguel.
You can find me on Twitter at LogosMiner. I don't tweet much, but when I do, it's either complaining or, most recently, on Amazon Japan, a bunch of Masterpiece figures are up like for 40% or more off, which is really interesting. Hopefully, some people find their way to my Twitter.
Is Megatron one of them?
It is. I didn't tweet out a link, but he's actually up for sale for I think 160 shipped to the US.
Wow, that's nice.
Excuse me for a moment.
And on that note, go buy yourself some good toys and have a good week. Thanks for listening.
See.